One of the promises made by President Buhari during his inauguration was to recover stolen funds. Perhaps there is more to it than meets the eye, as days after assumption of office, Mr. President blew the whistle on the nation's grossly depleted treasury. As tensions runs high and a polity that calls on the president to hit the ground running, with indicting reports of the PwC on $1.48 billion NNPC unremitted funds and many highly placed public office holders accused of looting away several billions of dollars from the nation's treasury. Could anyone tell us where are Nigeria's stolen funds? Welcome to Question Time. I'm Benga Ashiru. You can also be part of this conversation by sending us a comment on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Channels TV was at the Independent Corrupt Practice.
If I don't even limit it to ICPC, what role will all agencies of government, including ICPC, play? We would play the normal role that we have been playing because we have, as part of our mandate and part of the international mandate that we attend with other agencies all over the world, recovery has always been paramount. And I totally endorse that approach. We have, for long, found situations where persons, in fact, let me even put it this way. That's why I'm not saying don't limit it to ICPC or anti-corruption agencies, but to every citizen. Let me tell you, for those listening, that if a government official or public official has put property or hidden property using your name, this is when you should rise up to the call of having these recoveries made.
Now, when you talk of a resurgence of the ICPC, was it that you weren't given enough mandate in the previous administration?
Every government since, in fact, if you start from when the ICPC was set up, these are at different stages of development in addressing the issues of corruption.
Mr. President has lamented the high rate of corruption in the last 4 years. Is this an indictment on the ICPC?
Part of the function of channels, television, and all other television agencies and studios, whether public or private, cannot be said to have waned in their statutory functions because these are relevant within the periods that the country is operating. And I must say that at every course of our country's development, even citizens, we have not felt happy about the acts of corruption that we have to face. And it's not only Nigeria, it's all over the world. Everybody is worried.
Now, what do you make of the transparency reports that puts Nigeria at the low ranking in terms of its fight against corruption?
At what point do anti-corruption agencies come into the play? Most times after the acts have been committed. Would you say that the anti-corruption agencies have asked the people to go and do it, then I now run after you to show that I'm working? Or would the people rather agree that for us to be involved in acts of corruption is against the national good and the public good of everybody. And that's why, for me and this organization, we have been trying the very best we can to go to the roots.
But where did we get it wrong? How did things get so bad?
We got it wrong, starting from ethics and integrity at home, in the society. We got it wrong when our schools, at a certain period, had to leave the hands of owners who were really passionate about integrity and ethics and learning.
You can also join in this conversation by sending us your comments on our social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time, one area the ICPC will have to deal with is the culture of impunity. When we return, we'll find out how the ICPC chairman intends to deal with this. Stay with us.